Kind of a drizzly, showery day we're having. Getting a break between showers right now, but anyway, it's mild, up in the 40s Fahrenheit. So I'm doing some indoor stuff. Installing these little splash guards. Main intention here is to prevent any further stone damage, because by necessity I drive on a fair bit of gravel roads, and the tires throw stones, it wears off the paint, and eventually it's going to rust. So I figured put them on, and it might add a little to it. Still got the front ones to do. Should have been working on a nice cement floor, but this is where I am today. So working on this side is kind of interesting. At some point, and it's nearly 500,000 kilometers of driving, this car has been undercoated. You can see where it's been sprayed on, and it's starting to peel and crack and break off. And I think once it gets to that point, it's just as well to finish removing it, as I've done a little bit already. But I was a little shocked to see back here there's a fair bit of rust back in there, where the energy absorbing bumper attaches to. And looking upwards, there's holes right through to the trunk. I can push a screwdriver through there and hit carpet. So I think I see some Bondo in the future here. I would like to spot weld some new steel in there, but being as the gas tank is right here, and I really hate removing gas tanks, and I don't like to weld right close beside them either, so we may go with Bondo. I'll see. First thing I'd like to do is do a real cleanup on the underside here. Get in there with the sandblaster. As far as I'm concerned, undercoating is just kind of a waste of time and money. Covers up the problem areas, and eventually it's just going to keep rusting away underneath there. So my idea is to clean it up real good and keep it clean and dry, and it'll probably last just as long, if not longer, than it did with undercoating. Looks like the shock absorbers are showing their age as well. A little bit of oil leakage there. I haven't done an actual test. It rides and dries real nice, so I guess they can't be too bad. Looks like some brake line patching went on there. Your typical Fox body Mustang undercarriage. It's been pretty well maintained. It's got a fairly new exhaust system over there. In fact, I think it still has the catalytic converter. Under the hood, it's still got most of the, well, I guess all of the emission control stuff, including a new air pump and the whole system. And it works. Everything works surprisingly well. Gas mileage is good, so I'm probably going to leave it as is. Anyway, that's the exciting news for today. I got this second stone flap here on. You see, we've already got a little stone damage there from the driving I've done in the gravel already. It's got a kind of a rough surface. I think there was a name for that, Duragard or something. They would spray the lower section with a heavy coating of something that would stand rust and damage and whatnot. Yeah, it's had a bit of work in its past. It looks nice, but yeah, it's definitely got a bit of, it's got some miles on it. I'll go to work on that with a chipping hammer and see just how solid it is, because that is the actual subframe there. From the axle forward, it looks very good and clean, but behind the wheels, there's definite signs of deterioration and rust. So anyway, not seeing too much there. I'm going to continue on here, get the wheel back on, do a little more cleaning maybe, and by then it'll be quitting time. Well, hopefully some of that showed up on camera. There's a real dirt catcher back there on that ledge. I'm not sure what the purpose of it is, but I'm going to keep on chipping away at it, cleaning out what I can, but ultimately I'm going to use the sandblaster under here and clean her up real good. So, to be continued. And I'm going to call the job done here. I took the easy way out. I didn't bother mixing up Bondo or fiberglass body filler. I just took a little piece of galvanized sheet metal, drilled some holes in it, slapped on some sealant on the bottom to make sure it doesn't let dust in or water, and screwed it down. Should be good. Got the rest of the stone flaps installed. Good enough for me. So I'll call it a day. So leave a comment or a like or subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I guess we'll see if there's another one from the Roofty 6 channel one of these days.